Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. And special good morning for those who they are in Indonesia and in India, Thailand, Philippines, all those who they are in Asia, and now soon in Europe, they will be with us. Um, as you see, our topic today is about what Muslims always come to us with. We go down, we will find how they will see Allah. Allah will come to them in a shape other than the shape which they knew. So Allah what? Allah have shape, and He changed His shape other than the one which they knew or they saw first time. And when He come to them, they will say to Him, "You are not Allah." They will kick His ass. So Allah will go to His closet and He changed His shape, and then He will come to them. And imagine first time when He come, they will say to Him, "We seek refuge from you, brother. You are not Allah," which means they consider Him shaitan. And they will not follow Him. And Allah then He will go. He is very disappointed, all right? And now He will come to them in the shape which they saw first time. Like what? Actually, they changed the translation. The translation, it says the one they saw first time. Then it says Allah will come to us and we will recognize Him. Then Allah will come to them in a shape which they know, and they will say, He will say, "I am your Lord." And then they will say, "No doubt you are our Lord." So Muslims reject Allah just because He changed His shape. It's exactly what they are doing to Jesus. They refuse Jesus because He is coming in the shape of a man. Here we go, this is your God, is coming to you, and you are accusing Him to be the devil. They say to Allah, imagine, they say to Allah, Allah said to them, "I am your Lord," and then they say to Him, "We seek refuge with Allah from you," which means they consider Him the devil just because He changed His shape. That's what you are doing, you Muslims, with Jesus. You don't like the shape, don't you? You want God to come to you in the way you like. What is the shape you like? Which is very funny here, by the way, because Allah, He come to them in a shape which they knew. What is that? What is that? Let us see. A few line down, we will notice what is that. That is the leg. When the shank would be uncovered. What is the shank of Allah, Muslims? It must be a holy shank. Allah have a shank? What does that mean? Why Allah will uncover His shank? Do you see it? This is not my translation, and this is Sahih Muslim, and the hadith number is in front of you. So when the Quran speaks, Allah is going to show His shin, as we showed you in the Quran here. This is a real shin. And we expose the truth in the hadith in front of you, that Allah, He have a shin, and He have a hand, and He have a face. And actually, I have a debate with two Muslim scholars, the head of the Islamic Center of Tennessee, you can go watch it, the Dr. Nabil Bayaqli, and the Imam of the Mosque of the Tennessee, his name Malik Sar, and they agree that Allah, yes, have a physical being, and He have a shin, He have a leg, He have a hand. But look what they say to me. But Christian Prince, the leg of Allah is not like your leg. I don't want Him to have my leg, man. Who care? Maybe he's a spider. This is not the problem. Your God Allah is a physical being, and they agree, and they said yes, He's a physical being, but Allah parts is nothing like it. This is not the problem now. Why Allah have a part? You see, when we say Jesus, He came to us in the image of a man because He is walking between us as a man. As simple as that. Allah, He have a shin for what? He play soccer, football. What He do? He play karate with Bruce Lee. Shin is a part you use to do things with it. When we say a foot, it means something we stand on, as we saw in the hadith. You see, Allah will put His foot over it. Why Allah have a foot? Can't he fly? You see, all the description of Allah, you will not find one place they are saying that Allah have wings. And not only that, just one more thing, I will finish the video because it's getting longer. Muhammad himself, he described Allah as a fat, short man, and we spoke about this many times, but let us, just to add for those who maybe first time they are seeing this. And as you see, Muslim, this is Sahih. This is what? This is Sahih. Muhammad, he said to the Muslims, don't be confused between Allah and the false Messiah. Hold on, the Dajjal, the Antichrist. The Antichrist, he will come as a man. Why the Muslim, they will be confused between the Antichrist, who is a man, and Allah? I mean, what is the chance of confusion? If I am a man, and he is God, and he is not a man, why people will be confused between my look and Allah look, unless Allah have a same look? So look what he said. I have told you much about the Dajjal, Antichrist, etc., that I am afraid you might not understand. So why you are telling them if they won't understand? The Antichrist is short, hinted, woolly-haired, one-eyed, one-eye slight, etc. So he's describing the fat guy, the short guy who have a curly hair. He have a problem with the eye, and then he said to them, so if you are confused about him, know that your Allah is not one-eyed. What? He's describing a fat, short man, and the only difference between him and Allah is the eye? So your God is the man? You see, this story here, to be accurate, should be comparing between the true Messiah and the false Messiah, not between the false Messiah and Allah. But Muhammad is not comparing between the false Messiah and the Messiah. He's comparing between the Messiah, which is the false one, and Allah, and the only difference between the two descriptions, which is description of a man, perfect man, as you see, hair, eyes, etc. The only difference that Allah is not one-eyed, so Allah have two eyes, and his both eyes are fine. The other guy, his eye is damaged. So who is the man here? So Abdul, for the sake of the fig, your God, he swear by the fig, right? I want you, before you ask us the Christians the questions, I want you to say, I swear by fig, I challenge any Christian to answer this question. And then maybe we will answer you, and we will say to you, we swear by the watermelon, that watermelon is a risk when it is in the hand of a Muslim, because remember, there's a fatwa that Muslims, they can have sex with watermelon by making a hole in it. I mean, what kind of silly religion and what kind of a stupid religion you Muslims follow? You make us sick, your God is sick, and this is a religion of stupidity. And they assume, the Muslims, they assume that you Christians are ignorant, therefore we can fool you, we can lie to you, we can say whatever we want, and we can get away with it because you are not educated. Not anymore, my friends. Those people, they know a lot about Islam. A child who watch my video, he can refute your God big time, and you Muslims cannot answer. With this, I want to say thank you for listening. Don't forget, if you like to read more, you can read my books, The Deception of Allah and Quran and Science and Depth. Those two books, they complete each other. I advise everybody to have it. And we have the French book, which is called The Secret to Prophet Arab, for those who speak of French in the French countries. And soon we will have our new books. Is going to be in Swedish and in German to be published, and we are working in that to make it happen soon. Christ is Lord. Islam is false.